Hi, I'm Denise with Lighten Up Amputee. I want to talk about why I've been sharing videos on vegan foods, plant-based foods recently, and share my journey with my diet. I became plant-based a year and a half ago after I fell and broke my knee and my tibia in my residual limb. And I was laid up, could not really do much, and started watching a lot of documentaries. Now, some of them I'd already seen and was already really inspired by, but being laid up, I was able to kind of revisit some of them and watch some new ones. And it really inspired me and my daughter to just really leap into just, let's do it. Let's change our diets and go 100% plant-based. Having been a pescatarian for so long and I'd eaten a lot of fish, I thought that most of it was healthy. I did not realize that most of it was not wild. It was actually farmed. And after watching the documentaries, I realized the more information we have, of course, the more we can make decisions. And I just couldn't in good conscience eat fish anymore. And I was really taken aback and really about how compromised our food sources are. The meat industry, poultry industries, the dairy industries. So I leapt into veganism wholeheartedly and have really enjoyed the process. But a lot of people think it's really difficult to go plant-based. And what I say is, one, get to know your body. And although I love being plant-based and it really feels completely normal and natural to me now, we had a little learning curve and some hurdles to get over of really asking questions when we're at restaurants, looking at menus. Researching vegan restaurants actually made it a lot easier. Going out, when we go out now, we try to find vegan restaurants because then we don't have to worry so much about asking about ingredients on a menu. But it's also fun. It's been a fun adventure to go to all these new places that we had never known existed. And the vegan world has actually grown a lot in the last couple of years. So the options are just incredible. Even at regular restaurants, there's vegan options now, which is just super nice. Depending on what state you live in, of course, or where you live in the world, some have more vegan options available than others. I happen to live near Los Angeles, and Los Angeles is one of the top 10 cities with vegan options. So we're kind of fortunate that way. But I really wanted to share because as a social worker and therapist, mental health therapist, I've always been about wellness and about mind, body, spirit, that all are connected. I've studied Reiki, I've studied shamanism, I've studied hypnosis, I've studied feng shui. And so I've always added like these alternatives into what I do. But I just want to impress upon everyone that health and wellness is really about looking at many components to our lives. And as much as I love therapy, and I think it's important to talk about your feelings, also how you're treating your body is really important. And once I was diagnosed with cancer, I suddenly became hyper-focused on my body because to continue living and breathing, my body needed to keep working, and I needed to really focus on how could I get my body to rebound from these toxic treatments they were giving me, and how could I, really maximize the benefit of what I was going through and let my body heal, rejuvenate, and keep me going so that I could live. So I want to be here for my children. It's super important to me every day that I have. And most people don't live that way knowing until they have a diagnosis, till they get a diagnosis of heart disease or cancer or diabetes. But in our country, we do have in the United States an epidemic of obesity, and we have high rates of heart disease and of diabetes and of cancer. And many cancers can be prevented through eating habits. So in addition to eating habits and how you feel, do you feel great every day that you wake up? And I have friends who've told me that they feel like crap when they wake up and realize like what you're eating does affect how you feel. And also, are you getting enough sleep? And are you exercising at all? I mean, these changes, like taking a walk, adding plant-based to your diet, really taking care of yourself, getting a massage, meditation, anything alternative, acupuncture, chiropractic, anything that really just helps you function better versus ignoring those aches and pains until they just keep accumulating, and then you end up really in worse shape. And don't wait for a diagnosis either. And trust me, don't wait for a diagnosis to really become more hyper-focused on how your body is doing and feeling. But if you do have a diagnosis, that certainly is a motivation and a catalyst to make some changes in your life. So thank you for watching the videos, and just know I'm just trying to show how easy it is to integrate or add more plant-based into your diet every day. And you don't have to go completely plant-based. Just research it. Watch some documentaries. Watch some of Dr. Greger's videos, nutritionalfacts.org, completely free. And just educate yourself, and then decide what's best for you. Try different things and see how you feel. It really is just about making sure your body is operating at its best, and your psyche and your emotions. And then, of course, faith. And going back to like the mind, body, and spirit, whatever that faith is. So it's important to really have a balance in life. See you next time.